Are you ready for an hour of relatable topics, laughter, and buckets of sarcasm? Yeah, you are. Put on your judgment pants and weigh in on Bennifer, bad restaurant food, and old lady hens.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Samantha.
Lisa.
Here we are again.
Here we are again.
Here we are again. Here we are again, right? I got to tell you a quick story. Can I tell you a quick story?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so I was at the Walmart. Craziest thing, right? You never know the people you're going to meet, right? I was at the Walmart talking to this lady because she had an adorable cat with her. Super cute. Half ginger, half white, right? And I love, friends of the podcast, I love the ginger cat.
Yes, you do.
So I saw her. She was kind of in my vicinity. So I said to her, "Hey, I love your cat. What's its name?" She said, "Its name is Coochie." I said, "Oh, hi, Coochie." And she said, "Do you want to pet it?" And I said, "Absolutely, I do." She said, "You have to pet it and you have to go, 'Hi, Coochie, Coochie, Coochie.'" So I'm like, okay, playing along, thinking, I don't know where I've got myself. So I pet the cat. As I'm petting the cat, ready to call it its name, I'm like, it feels really skinny. And I'm like, "Hi, Coochie, Coochie, Coochie." And then not only did I realize that the cat's really skinny, the cat is stiff like rigor mortis has set in.
Oh,
we got ourselves a taxidermied cat, Samantha. And its face, for friends that are going to watch this on the YouTube, his face was like this. I feel Coochie died getting hit by a car.
Oh, you never noticed any of those things before you touched it, hey?
No, because you know me, right? I'm an asshole. I get involved in the conversation before I can get myself out of it.
Oh, so many things. So many flags went up in that. So many flags.
Not one flag. Our only flag was, "Oh, Coochie seems a little skinny." And then, "Oh, Coochie seems a little stiff."
You didn't think it was odd that Walmart allowed the cat to come in?
No, because maybe it's her support cat. Maybe it's her I don't have eyes cat. I don't hear cat, right? I cough in public cat. I blow my nose too often cat. I don't know. Okay. It could have been her anything type of cat. That's how the world is now, right? Yes. Everybody lets you bring in something. So Coochie is not part of the living.
I love it when shit happens to you and you're like, damn.
Did not see Coochie being a taxidermied cat. Right?
Oh my God. And we just recently talked about taxidermied pets.
And I believe our stand was, we don't really get it or support it.
It's creepy.
And so it was. And so it was.
Oh my God, I love that. If only I'd been there so I could have laughed hysterically in your face.
Right? I tell you, during COVID, I never hand sanitized at the Walmart. After Coochie, sanitize. I don't know what Coochie's got on it.
We don't know what Coochie's been up to.
We don't know what Coochie's been up to. Right? But Coochie had beautiful green eyes, beautiful glass green eyes. That also should have been a flag.
Fantastic.
No flag. Right? How weird is that, hey?
So weird, Lisa.
So we got our weather, right? Today, hot weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be rainy and cool.
Yeah. Yes. And it was very windy.
Right. Friends of the podcast, we're in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. If you're not sure where you're listening to us from, whoop, whoop. Saskatchewan, middle of the prairies. So it's hot and now it's cool. Guess what? I'm ready for fall. Fuck it. I'm over summer. I'm over. I want cardigans, I want boots, and I want my socks. I'm ready. I'm going tomorrow to get my hair dyed my fall brown. Right? What shade? Autumn brown, please. Right? Because I feel I'm like beach bum blonde.
You are a little bit.
It's a little bit too light, hey? The sun really took over with my hair this year. It's a little bit too light.
It matches a lot of what's happening on you right now.
I know, right? I know. But okay, so can we start thinking about fall and go shopping?
I don't want to shop with you.
I know, but you have to because that's part of the
nothing
best friend
fits,
code.
and then you get mad. And
I do, and nothing will. It's going to be the same problem, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
And then you blame me for buying green pants, and then eventually a year later you wear them, and I just think that you suck.
But I did notice today that the twist is getting twistier. Right? At some point, the twist is going to be on my hip.
Oh, that's
going to be another scheme, and that's at some point they're going to look weird from the front, right? Like
You know it. Everyone's gonna be like, "What is happening to her vagina?
What is
This is not normal."
why is her vagina so long? And off to the side, it looks like moving vagina side to side.
Side to side.
Right? You have
Woo.
vagina, it will move. I
Yes.
don't know. It's just weird.
Well,
I'm just saying, I'm ready to shop.
one of us got back from their vacation later than the other one.
Yeah, that was you because I'm
And
a worker. I had to believe in going back to work.
and I chose to stay a little bit longer.
Right? That's why if one
And
of us won the lottery, one of us would keep working and one of us would fuck off and go someplace never to be seen again. Right? You would take my half with a FU note attached, if even. You'd be like, I don't need a best friend. I got $70 million. I
I would be like, "See you later."
don't even know if you'd say see you later. I think you'd just be missing, just like your home. You'd just be someplace hiding. Now I wouldn't know where to find you.
This is so true. So true. But I need to talk about this because it's something that I never thought I would witness, because I don't know if it's because I'm stupid and I thought in Canada we would never do this,
Okay.
but apparently we do.
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" So I am in Toronto. I had a bit of a layover going back to Saskatoon, and the plane's big, thank God,
Right.
because those seats are much nicer than the tin can.
Oh.
You can sometimes
Luxury.
ride on with Air Canada, the little baby ones,
Right.
the express ones. But so the seats were fine, and we're getting on, and all of a sudden we're stopped. And I'm like, "Why have we stopped moving? There's lots of people behind me." And I'm like, "I just want to get to my seat." And all of a sudden, I see this lady lean over to this woman who's sitting in an aisle seat, says something to her. This woman gets a really surprised, startled look on her face.
Right.
And I'm like, "What's going on?" All of a sudden, the lady gets up, moves 2 rows back to another aisle seat, and her and her husband sit down together.
Are you allowed to just do that?
No.
Just move seats like willy-nilly on the plane?
No. So I'm like, one, the lady didn't have to move.
Right.
She picked that seat. She was smart enough to have gone onto her app and picked her seat. And I want to
being
sit in
early,
this aisle.
She
Yeah.
did it early.
Right. So why should the woman who picked her seat appropriately have to move to accommodate a woman who wants to sit beside her husband? You can't have a 3-hour flight
Oh,
without sitting beside each other.
you know how I feel about those women, right? That cannot
Right?
ever walk away from their husbands. Dear women out there, come on. It's okay. Be in love, be lovey-dovey, be married forever, but have some breaks, have some separation.
Well, it's not even that. It was really rude of her to think that she could
Totally.
ask this person, this stranger, to move to accommodate her.
Okay.
Why does this woman need to be accommodated?
Okay, but here's the other thing, right? Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why did the lady get up and move seats?
I think she didn't want to be embarrassed. I think that she was afraid that this lady was going to make a scene and make a fuss.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and I was just, you know me, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I was like, I did not just see that. And I said it loud
Wow.
enough so the woman heard me.
Yeah.
And she just looked at me and I'm like, I cannot believe what I just saw.
Right. You get the seat you get.
I'm like, oh my God, this happened in real life.
Real life.
Everything I've seen on TikTok actually does happen.
Wow. Hey, like airport horrors right there.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm shaking my head all the way to my seat. I get there and then something else happens.
Oh no.
My tiny little it's not even at the same size as a regular carry-on bag.
Right.
It's like tiny. You saw it.
Yeah,
It's like a tiny carry-on bag.
It's tiny.
I couldn't find a place where I'm supposed to sit.
That's
to
why
put
there's
it
the
into.
hack. That's why there's the hack.
I know. So I asked the lovely flight attendant, "Hi, can you help?" She's like, "Oh, you're just going to have to go down further." Because that makes total sense.
That's my pet peeve right there.
Uh-huh. So I'm like, so I moved. But meanwhile, there's people behind me that just want to get to their seat.
Right.
And now we're jostling with each other because I didn't find room further down.
Right. Wow.
So I'm like, they're trying to get past me and I'm trying to get past them. And I go back up to the flight attendant and I said, "Hi, there is no room back there.
Yeah.
I need your help."
Yeah, you deal with my suitcase.
So then she leans over. She goes, "Oh, well, that's a backpack that's supposed to be stowed underneath." Excellent. You should move that. Yeah, you should
stow
move that.
away.
So she grabbed the backpack and goes, "Whose backpack is this?" And I'm like, I quickly slipped in my suitcase and got into my seat. And
Good.
I was not nice about it.
Right? I wouldn't be nice about that either, right? Because
I was not
that's
nice.
that's the problem with flying, right? Is everybody gets to bring everything,
I
and
get
there's
to
no
bring
place for
a
stuff.
purse, a backpack, a carry-on,
Yeah,
2 tires, a
it's too much,
umbrella.
right? It's too much, right?
The
Just just
hell?
just take your purse and get in your goddamn seat,
And then
right?
I was like, I maybe should have been horrified by how loud I was saying, I can't find room for my bag.
I would have been horrified, wouldn't I? Would I have been horrified?
No, but I didn't care
No.
because you know what? The whole point of the flight attendant is that they help,
Right, right.
right? This
Good
isn't
point.
my plane. This isn't
Right.
my car. I'm
your
not
job.
driving it.
Not your job,
It's not my job.
right?
It's not my job to drive it.
I did not invite you onto my plane,
No.
right?
I paid to fly.
Right. And you're the host. So how about we host?
How about we host?
How about we do some hosting now, right?
Oh, but I
my.
do need to mention that the 2 people that I was sitting beside, it was a lovely uninterrupted flight. It was fine.
Right.
When we started to get into Saskatchewan and into Saskatoon and we were
Yeah.
getting down to land, you could see the flatness, right? The
Of course.
farm fields and everything. And the young girl sitting beside me goes, "Oh my God, it's really flat here."
Totally is really flat. Right?
And I just started laughing and I looked over and I go, "You guys aren't from here?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Where are you from?" They're like, "We're from Toronto." And I'm like, "It's really flat."
Yeah, we don't grow mountains in the middle of the prairies.
No, she's like, "Can you see really far?" And I'm, "Yes, you can."
Yes, you can. However, that is a little bit of a stereotype too. But yes, you can. That's too funny. Well, that's
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know. Flying, like back in the day, you flew and you were like royalty on the plane, right?
Not anymore.
Now nobody cares. Nobody.
If you're
cares.
sitting in an economy, there is no royalty. If you're sitting in business class, then you're royalty.
Then you're royal. If you can
Yeah.
afford business class, then I guess you deserve that. You get the treatment that goes along with it.
I just loved it when they said, "And business class, your toilet is at the front. Everyone else, it's at the back."
That's
Like,
the rest of you bunch of
excellent.
losers who can't afford business at the back. You're gonna get a biscuit and water. We don't even give you a pop. We're gonna give you a biscuit and some pop. Treat you like the puppies that you are, and get you to your destination.
Yeah, I just
Oh.
am like, "Oh my God, that's so funny."
Right? That's kind of funny. Okay, so I hope that I'm not coming. Do I sound a little bit cranky today?
Well,
No,
I
right?
felt like maybe you were.
Okay, because I'm trying really hard, right? So I'm working through a few issues, right?
Uh-huh.
I got a big issue on my plate that I'm trying to deal with, and I don't know, right? It's really hard, right? So I'm almost 2 weeks into no donut in the morning. And I'm going to be honest, totally honest, right? I'm doing it. I just go and order my coffee and they look at me and I'm like, "Sorry, that extra $1.75 you're not going to make off of me today cuz I'm trying to not have that donut that I love." But I have to be honest, this is where I'm at almost 2 weeks into it. And by 2 weeks I mean like a week, okay? But in week 2, just to clarify, right?
You're in week 2.
I'm in week 2. So I feel like I'm almost 2 weeks in, right? But here's the thing, Samantha, right? There's no joy in my morning. There's no substitute for the donut. There's just no substitute for that donut. There's none.
What did I tell you?
I don't remember. You were mean.
I told you it's not the donut.
Yeah, you said it. That sounded mean. It's not the donut.
It's not the donut.
Well, I don't know what it is. I'm not.
You
having the
only
donut.
have a donut from Monday to Friday.
I know.
You eat nothing until you go home and have supper.
I know. Well,
It
so
can't
weird.
possibly be the donut.
I don't know what it can possibly be then, right?
It could be the
Right?
fact. It could be the fact that your body's like, she never eats. We're just gonna hang on to everything that's happening.
My body sucks. Right? I promised your body I will eat. I
Or
will eat.
It could simply be menopause, because in menopause, it's really hard for women to lose weight.
I don't know, but I feel like I've been going through this for a long, long time, right? So I'm just saying. You know what I'm doing? When you see me happy and cheery at 9 o'clock in the morning, total faking it. And the Oscar for the happy morning person goes to Lisa. Just like you know how you need your coffee, I apparently need my donut.
Okay, so sprinkles, just get a sprinkle donut.
Sprinkles wants a sprinkle donut so bad. I'm gonna have them on Fridays. But I think that's just a slippery slope.
So are you going to have one on Friday or
that's gonna
many?
be right. I would like to. I hope to just have one. However, I bet you I order two because
Oh,
it's been a week since I haven't had one.
I think it's going to be a lot.
And then all of a sudden I'm making up for lost time in the donut department. Right?
And then I'm going to see, then you're going to hear like I had 12 coconut Timbits.
Right? I took Timbits to work for my friends at work on Friday, box of Timbits.
Yeah.
It's yes, also because I appreciate them, but it was so good I could eat Timbits and not feel bad.
Oh God.
Right? Hidden meaning, everything. Faking it. Total faking. Oh, I'll keep you posted.
Okay. All right.
Pull my hair out. Right?
I feel sorry for you.
I feel sorry for me too.
I feel like
but when Lisa's playing the role, she doesn't feel sorry. She's happy. Right? How's the day going with donuts? With no donut. It's perfect. I love it. Loving life with no donuts. Dun, 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 right?
You are so weird. Just do it. Just eat a donut, goddamn.
Listen, can you be my supportive friend for once? How about a rah? Way to go, Lisa.
Okay, way to go, Lisa, for not giving yourself any joy.
Right. For having no pleasure in your life right now. Gotta find pleasure in other places, and that's not very pleasurable.
Okay. Let's not go down that road.
Hi, dirty-minded Sam. I wasn't going down any road. Right? Wasn't going down any road at all.
Yeah. But you know what road I'm going to go down?
I know where you're going.
It's the Friday dinner.
I was there.
Last Friday was not pretty.
Right?
I was not taking any guff from anybody.
Oh my God. You were like, I felt that you didn't have your morning donut.
I actually didn't care. So that was probably my
it showed, and your words backed it up.
No, only to one person.
Touch embarrassing, friends of the podcast for me.
No, it was not embarrassing.
It was a little Kurt.
No, you know what? He deserved Kurt because I was done.
Because we had been waiting for 5 minutes.
Over 5, actually.
Probably 7.
Probably 10.
Well, okay, still. Right.
And nobody was paying it. 3 servers walked around us and nobody paid attention to us.
I know.
Because we apparently were in no man's land and we're put there by the hostess. Yeah. We didn't sit there. She offered the table to us, so we took it. So it was their fault.
Yeah.
And I didn't love that about them.
And you let them know. You just shared how you were feeling.
And then we get the gentleman we've been getting lately. And
he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's very loosey-goosey with his serving. It's fine. Works for him. He could not handle his section.
And the panic all over his weird little face was just kind of like, like I swear to God, in between things, he was going and throwing up. I think he was violently ill.
And then the most horrible thing that could happen happened to me.
Happened to you. And you know what it was, friends of the podcast? She got a shitty ass steak served.
And I never order steak.
Never. She never.
Because I always get a bad experience.
This is what Samantha's theory is. I don't eat steak because every time I eat steak, I'm just disappointed. Okay, well, every now and then I'm like, you gotta get back in.
And I was.
Yet you were. Yes, you were.
Like a skinny burnt turd. It was drier. It was drier than the Sahara Desert.
Yeah,
it was way more than medium.
Like, I wonder if it was a wiener just burnt.
Oh my God. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
And so I felt bad for our server. I felt bad for him.
Because he didn't cook it.
And he was like, okay, I'll go get another one. So he took my plate.
Yeah.
Or no, he said, okay, I'll take care of it. And did he take my plate?
I think he took your plate.
Or was it Taya that took the plate?
I don't remember which
one.
I
can't remember. But then our favorite girl who we haven't seen for a while comes up and goes, did he take care of it? And I said, I'm not sure. She's
We
like,
think he's trying.
oh, we think he's trying. She's like, it's okay. I'll go figure it out. I'm like, okay, great. That'd be great. And then I did get my food back
And then you didn't
and
eat it.
it was better. No, because I was full. Because I'd
Oh.
eaten partial food from the previous plate.
And the only part of that second plate that she wanted more than anything else was the carrot that I stole.
Yeah, you stole my carrot.
Stole the carrot. I'm like, I want that carrot.
Stupid boob.
Well, you already had one.
No, but it was really good. You
Was.
chose not to have them.
I know, but I realized that carrot was really good. I would eat just the carrots, but they're never going to go to all that trouble for me. Just never going to happen. Yeah, so
Yeah.
bad. So bad.
Yeah, it was not a great. It was, and you know what? I don't like sending back my food. I really don't.
No, you're not typically that girl.
I'm not typically that person. But then I thought, you know what? I'm paying a lot of money for this steak.
Yeah.
It's a $40 steak.
$40 turd on the plate.
On a plate.
Like it totally looked like a cat turd.
Yes. So
Right?
that is why we had our Facebook post.
Right? Totally. In case you were wondering where that stemmed from. Right? Okay, but here, I got good news. I got good news. I got good news. Good
Yes,
news.
Lisa.
Good news. Good news. So I had an online appointment with the doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, right. It was really good, right? 'Cause sometimes they still do that, right? So I had an online appointment with the doctor, and it was very informative, right? Back and forth, kind of, just informative. I was just curious, right? Asking about, how do you know when your menopause is ending? And Dr. Google replied back and said that there's checklists you can go to, right?
Okay. So you
So-
didn't actually have a doctor's appointment. You were talking to Google.
Yeah, Dr. Google. Right?
It's not Dr. Google.
Well, for this, it was a medical question that I was inquiring about. So I felt, since Google knows everything, I felt
Oh,
he
God.
probably is a doctor somehow, right?
Uh-huh.
So my question was, when does my menopause, when is it over? Right?
Mhm.
So he sent me to a link, and
Uh-huh.
at that link was a checklist. I took the checklist, Samantha, and guess what? Pretty sure I'm through it.
No,
Just
you're
waiting
not.
for my participation trophy, right? Just waiting for the trophy to say, been there and done that.
Been there, seen it.
Been there, seen there, done it. Mic drop. I'm like, thank you, Dr. Google.
Please explain why you think that you are now through menopause.
Because I don't have a period. I don't really get the hot flashes. And I'm typically not moody and grumpy. I'm like,
Unless she doesn't have her goddamn sprinkle toe.
right? And that's different. But I just thought, okay, check, check, check. I feel I'm done with this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Lisa.
Right? You can't do that. You can't check that off because you are
No.
moody and grumpy.
Yes.
Right? So you are not through menopause. I am through menopause.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
So any day now, I should be getting the participation trophy.
Well,
Probably get
please,
a diploma, maybe something I can post on my wall.
please share with the rest of us, Lisa, friends of the podcast. I'm sure you would love to see the
Right.
participation trophy.
So for all you women wondering when your menopause is done, those are the three things right there. No period, no mood
no hot
swings,
flash.
and no hot flash. Right? You can't even say brain fog, right? Because that just goes with aging. So that's totally different.
Well, brain fog is still one of the signs, right?
But you know what? It applies to other things. So it actually didn't make the checklist. Why are you questioning Dr. Google? Why are you doing this? Why? Again,
Yes.
why can't you just be happy for me?
It's Dr. Google. It's not a real doctor.
Well, somebody's given that checklist, and he's a doctor,
Oh,
right? The checklist isn't written by you.
that's really wrong.
It's written by real people.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably have like a medical degree.
Probably, maybe, potentially.
Right?
Here's hoping. Cross
Here's
your
hoping,
fingers.
right? And if not, I feel too.
Oh,
I check off the boxes.
oh my God.
Right? I hear some resentment and some bitterness.
Is it because you always have to be first with everything? Is that why you're like,
right?
see, Sam, I'm better than you. I'm over it now, and you're still stuck in purgatory, whatever.
Right? You would do the exact same thing, but you're never first.
Oh,
I'm always first.
oh my God. It's not a race, Lisa, to get
That's
to the end
difference.
of menopause.
Well, guess
Did you-
what? Woohoo! I feel good. I feel
Menopause
good.
can last for a long time.
Yeah. Well, for me, apparently it didn't.
I feel like it
Apparently,
might have.
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not, Samantha. Hey, sorry. Yay for me. Boo
Yay
for
for you.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still here to support you. I will let you know. I can be your phone a friend, and yeah, you're still in it.
No, I'm not
Right?
coming to you for advice.
I can be your advisor. Right? We can have those talks. Right? I can tell if you're having a hot flash. I don't even. We don't even have to talk. I
Oh,
just know.
I don't need your help.
Well, apparently you do because you're not done menopause yet.
There's nothing I can do about it. My body just decides what it wants to do.
Well, my body chose to like me a little bit quicker.
Your body
So,
was like, I'm done with you, you skinny bitch.
right? We're done. We're gonna give you a muffin top and call it a day.
That you can never get rid of,
Right?
even if you get rid of sprinkle donuts.
Right. You get rid of your sprinkle donuts. You get rid of your menopause. Gonna keep that's your participation trophy is your muffin top. So every day I look down and I'm like, thanks for coming.
Oh, yep. You
Right?
know,
Oh well.
you got to
It
get
is-
lucky like that.
That's there's some every now and then people deserve a break.
But you know what I noticed about you on Friday when we were out, and I don't know why I didn't notice this before,
Oh.
but you're
Am I gonna
like,
be mad? Am I gonna be mad?
well, I believe I looked at you and go, "Hey, Freckles, how's it going?"
I have freckles.
Oh my god, your face is like covered, and
I know.
I'm like, where did your pasty white skin go, you
It
old
got,
lady?
it got tanned this year. This year I got a tan.
I was so surprised where you like there was no old lady white skin happening.
It's just tanned, freckly skin.
And you're like freckle, 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 freckle.
I know, right? I'm like our friend Roxy Roller. Just
It
all
was
freckly.
so crazy.
I know, because those are beauty marks. The sun said, the good Lord said, Lisa, in your 55th year, not only are we going to end your menopause, we're going to make you even prettier.
I'm gonna give you freckles
We're going to give you freckles and make you beautiful.
to
Right?
match your bleach blonde hair.
Right?
I swear to God, we land in Toronto and this woman immediately becomes allergic to the world around her. I kid you not, friends of the podcast. I kid you not. All of a sudden, she was snuffleupagus,
I know.
sniffing and coughing and sneezing and using her dirty Kleenex every 5 seconds.
I'm amazed I keep going back to Ontario.
Well, and then I'm just thinking, like, is it because you're closer to the sun in Ontario? And all of a sudden you got freckly face happening?
I don't know, right? We had that one day where I was all freckled up. Freckles came out to play.
I don't know. It's just like super strange. I'm just staring at you and going, when the fuck did that happen?
I know.
I
Right?
leave
right?
you for a week and a half, and this is what happens to you?
I found the freckles, right? Anytime there was sun, I was out there in it somehow. Right? Even if it was just for a few minutes. But you know what the funny thing is? Here's the family mystery, right? None of us are like my family, we were not freckly people, but my Uncle Jack is. So not
Oh.
only do I have his stubby little hands, I have his freckly face and his freckly arms.
So you're basically saying you have man parts, is that what you're saying?
Apparently. I have some man genes in me, I guess.
You have man hands.
Got man, and they're just like little man hands, right? They're not very pretty hands. They're like man. They'd be good looking man hands, but they'd be little.
But they be little.
They'd be little. They'd be little. All right. But speaking of hands,
Oh, okay.
speaking of hands, right? You make fun of my old lady white skin that I have and don't have sometimes, right?
Uh-huh.
I read an article. Do we need to de-age our hands? I was looking at your hands and I thought maybe you do. Right? How are your hands looking?
Well, right now I look dehydrated and like I need some lotion. And so
Right.
do you.
Yeah. So that means we need to de-age our hands. We're not using the potion on our hands. We're not
Potion
drinking
and the
enough.
lotion.
Right? We're not drinking enough. You
Oh.
know, because and our hands are going to pay the price.
Oh yeah. It's either the neck and
Right.
the waddle and,
And
the,
the waddle.
chest,
Yeah.
right?
Or
And
it's
the hands. Yeah.
And I feel our hands are. I feel we need to do some de-aging on those guys. Hey,
And I don't know, did Dr. Google have a suggestion?
I just read the article, looked at my hands, and thought, "Oh fuck, really?" I knew that I had like I know we got our flaps,
Yes, we got the flaps.
right? And I know that our skin becomes a little bit more different looking.
Yes.
right? Like on the underneath of your skin, like I see like my Nana's underneath arm, right? I'm like, that's Nana's skin right now. Like that's when we start noticing all of our things, right?
Yes, I
I didn't
agree.
I didn't plan on hands.
You know what? I think if the one thing that we potentially can redirect or correct might be the hands, Lisa. So we should really look into that.
I think it's just lotion. I think it's just lotion.
You know who would probably know?
Who?
Michelle, the HHG,
Well,
our bestie
if she ever comes home, if
from
she
Alaska.
ever comes home from Alaska, we can ask.
We're
I
not
don't
even
know.
sure if she's still alive because
I don't
she's
even know.
not texting.
Right?
She's not answering things.
Not answering things. Although, like, just like she's at home, actually. Right? I'm just saying it's weird. She's been gone a long, long time.
Yeah. Maybe the friends of the podcast have suggestions of what we can do with our old lady hands.
Maybe. I bet you just lotion. Right? I don't know. Drink more. I'm drinking like a Gatorade.
Look at you go. Hey,
I know.
Gatorade, would you like to sponsor our podcast?
Right? It's 0 calories and it is berry delicious.
Oh, very delicious.
Very delicious. And I've just enjoyed a pomegranate one too. It helps with your electrolytes, Samantha. It's good for old gals like us. That's where they need the old gal Gatorade. Like old gal, it should just be called old gal Gator. Right? Right? Or Gator gals, something like that.
Gator gals,
right?
yeah.
Gator gals. And it's for old ladies because it keeps me hydrated.
There you go.
And I hate water.
Yes, you do.
Right? So look at this Gatorade.
Glug, glug.
Very good. Very good. Right?
Or we could go for Canada Dry.
Oh.
Come on,
Yes.
Canada Dry. I love your club soda and I love your ginger ale.
Right? Let's drink Canada Dry.
Old ladies drink club soda.
Right? Old ladies drink club soda. Not this one because I'm not a burper.
No, oh God, please don't.
Right? I'm not a burper. I'm not a burper.
No, don't. Okay. So we need to talk about sleeping.
Are you not sleeping again?
No, I discovered on my holiday, the one nap that I took was quite refreshing. Why are naps sometimes better than a normal sleep?
Naps are the work of the devil. They're totally the work of the devil. That's why, remember when I had my heart attack and ever I'd have to go for my nap? Number one, it felt like punishment. Number two, I kept the lights on, so I didn't enjoy it as much. Right? And I slept every day for my nap with the lights on. Right? Because I'm not going to enjoy this nap because I know as I get better, it's going to be taken away. Right? And that's all that happens, right?
Yes, that's true. That's very
they
true.
are. It's a deeper nap. It's a deeper. It's like your REM in like an hour.
Yeah, it's just so refreshing.
Yeah, no, it's the work of the devil. It's fake. It's fake. They're tricking you. You get refreshed. You think you're good. You go and overdo it, and then you're kick-ass tired. But yet you can't sleep because guess what? I had a 2-hour nap.
Right.
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 That's when you get your sleepiest at like 3:00 in the afternoon because it's prime time to screw up your sleep. I go and have a nap from 3 to 4:30. Oh, and then I'm going to eat and then I'm going to have a bad sleep. Not so fast, devil. But
I shake my head at that. I shake my head that it is a better sleep than a regular sleep.
Yeah, I shake my head at that too.
I shake my head because I'm
Doesn't
like,
make sense.
how does our body know that?
I know,
Like,
right?
Andrea, smart people of the friends of the podcast.
Yeah, right. And there's lots of you. You're way smarter than us.
Because we don't look up anything.
Nothing. I'm sure we could Google this answer, but we don't.
Why are naps better?
Why are naps better?
Please explain.
So we agree it's the work of the devil, right? I'm not doing the naps. But here's something else. You just shook your head. I got to shake my head. And I'm going to say it's at you, but it's not. It's at something you post on one of our socials, right? That the single space is no longer needed after the what is the period? You put a period at the end of the sentence if you're on your computer and you don't need a double space after.
Not anymore.
I shake my head at that. Is that the work of the millennials? They snuck in and changed the rule.
They're changing rules about everything.
We are not that lazy that to hit the space bar 2 times now has become something we have to rewrite.
I know. Apparently it is, though.
I still do it. It looks bad. It looks better with 2. Looks nicer. It's more pleasing to the eye, but I shake my head at that rule.
I don't know, Lisa. It's just what's happening.
I thought it was 1 after a comma, 2 after a period.
1 after a comma, 2 after a period. That's how we learned in typing class.
In typing class, right? Right? Back in
Oh my
typing.
God. Yes. Back in the archaic times when, still a ticket typing class.
And we took that typing class and all we thought was, this is stupid. I'm never going to need this.
But I can, to this day, when I'm typing on the keyboard, I do not need to look at my fingers. I know where my fingers are going.
I know, right? But yet too bad you can't apply that to when you text, because you are a 1-finger texter. I am both thumbs.
No, I can't do that. It just feels weird.
I need there to be a championship. World's fastest texter. I'm sure it's me. I am fast, man. Right? These 2 thumbs, they got the juice. They got the juice, eh?
Thank God you were born with thumbs, Lisa.
It's like steroid thumbs. Here they go. Message done, right? I tell ya.
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. But yeah, so I shake my head at the fact that we're changing things, right? We're changing things up. Okay, but okay. So I don't always love toast, primarily because of the crust.
Yes.
However, I like peanut butter and jam on toast. Because I like to be 5. Here's my question for you, Samantha. Okay. It's deep. It's deep question, because that's how I roll. Let's say you're making toast and using peanut butter and jam. Do you clean the knife in between?
You're
thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it. That I probably use my finger to swipe the knife if it's peanut butter, because I usually do peanut butter first and then you do the jam after.
I wonder when
or I'm licking it.
I wonder when we started swiping the knife with our fingers. Or when we started licking the utensil.
I live by myself. What can you? That's how I roll.
And yet you want me to believe you would never drink milk from a carton.
I don't.
Well, it's because you don't probably have milk.
I don't have milk, actually.
Right. That would be why, or else you probably would.
No, I don't.
Right. I do it, and then I take a piece of paper towel and I clean it off, and then I do the jam. You know why? Because I'm not a monster.
Are you the fucking queen or what?
Well, you don't want it. Like, if I wanted my peanut butter and jam mixed together, I'd buy it like that. I don't want chunks of this. Because what about the day that I just want peanut butter?
Do you remember when they did that?
It's horrible.
Do you remember that day when
they
mixed jam and peanut butter together in the same jar?
And the world hated it.
The world hated it.
Because the world doesn't need it to be mixed. I'm going to do the mixing.
It was so funny. They did that. And it was horrible.
I'm the mixer of the peanut butter and jam.
But apparently I don't have the same etiquette as you do when it comes to making peanut butter and jam.
No, I was making some the other day and all I thought was, I wonder what Samantha does. If I'm Samantha right now, what am I doing? I didn't envision you licking it, actually. I envisioned
it was like, it's a finger.
And then licking your finger. I totally envisioned
delightful.
That, right? So you caught me off guard by saying that you lick the knife.
Or I just do it a little extra swoop on the toast. Clean enough, and I dig around in the jam.
Oh, so you're jam. So if I was coming over, not that I ever would, because I don't know where you live to go there, but say I was like, hey, I'm going to stop in and visit Sam for breakfast.
Oh, God, no.
And you know what? I'm going to just quickly explain this. Friends of the podcast, if this is your first episode. I used to know where Sam lived 2 homes ago. 2 homes ago, I knew where Sam lived. Then she moved into her second last home, and no, I did not know.
No.
Now she's in her newer home, and I still do not know. No clue, right?
No clue.
Yeah, don't call on me for an emergency. I can't help you. I could be your phone a friend, but I cannot actually come and physically help you.
Yeah,
I will have to interrupt your old parents. To do
All
that,
right, calm your tits.
I'm just saying, right? So I bet it's a horrible saying too. Of course, that coming from somebody who licks the knife and lets their peanut butter and jam amalgamate together.
Now, I'm throwing it out to the friends of the podcast. Guys, how do you deal with peanut butter and jam on bread, toast, or whatever?
Maybe,
I need to
yeah.
hear the friends of the podcast. I
Okay.
need to hear them tell me I'm justified.
And I'm going to be like, oh.
I need justification.
Yeah, you totally do. You totally do. You totally do. If people
Okay,
only
but
knew. If people only knew.
but speaking of my rough exterior,
Let's hear.
I got recognized from the Billy Idol concert we went to a couple weeks ago.
How did that happen?
Okay, I'm setting the scene, folks.
Okay.
Friends of the podcast, lend me your ears. Because I got a chip in my new windshield.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And I thought there was a big one and a small one, but apparently the big one was grime.
Oh,
I thought that was funny. But there was a little baby chip. So we took care of the baby chip and he's doing his thing. He's a lovely university kid, outside at the, those places that you can go to in the parking lots. And he's chatting, we're talking. And all of a sudden he's like doing something to the windshield. And he says to me, he goes, were you at the Billy Idol concert a couple of weeks ago? I'm like, yes, I was. Were you working? Because I'm thinking you're way too young to go to a Billy Idol concert.
Totally.
I'm like, were you working there? And he's like, no. He goes, oh no. He goes, I went with my dad and my brother. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I go, yeah, I was really impressed with Billy Idol. And all I kept thinking was, there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people there. I'm like, how the hell did you recognize me?
Right.
In a crowd full of people.
Because you're so recognizable. Weird. We found that out in Collingwood, Ontario.
Yes,
right? Girl I went to high school with, but my back was towards her, comes up and says, oh my God, it's you.
I'm like,
she's talking to Sam. Right? Shout out to Deb. Right?
Oh my God, that was so funny. And I'm like, so I don't know who you are.
And then I turned around. I'm like, oh my God, how awesome was that to see her? Right? Shout out to Deb.
Yeah.
But right, you must be recognizable.
I don't know. Maybe it was just because we were the only people in our section that actually stood up for the concert.
Right. And then sat down because we were getting like stink-eyed.
Yeah. I'm like, could you please sit down? Okay.
That's cool. Good. That's cool. I have to change my look up then.
Oh, well, right? You know what? Once you get that dark hair back,
I think that's the thing, right?
You're in like Flynn.
Right? It's I don't look enough like me right now with my blonde hair.
You're too summer Barbie. You're just too summer Barbie.
I'm too Malibu. I'd be Malibu McIntyre right now if I was a summer Barbie.
Yes, you're summer barbecue, Lisa.
Be a summer barbecue. Okay, well listen.
Oh my God.
I got food on the mind, right? Riddle me this, would you please?
Yes.
Why is it now? I get that we did it during COVID, but now we're not really in. I get there's still COVID. Let me clarify before people start typing. I get that there's still COVID. But why, when you have food left over at the restaurant, do they bring us the container to deal with?
Oh, yes.
They used to take your plate and do it for you. Remember, you would come back like, I'm a beautiful little swan or something, right?
No, not anymore. It's now up to you to divvy up your food if you've chosen not to eat it all.
Right. So the phrase doggy bag doesn't quite exist the same way. And then it made me shake my head because I'm like, why am I the doggy bag doer? Why am I the doggy bag doer when I'm already paying? I already own the food, actually.
Yes. Well, that's why you're dealing with the food then, because it's yours.
Yeah, but it was mine the minute I ordered it.
So do you feel like them putting your food into a doggy bag is part of the service that you should be getting?
Part of the service.
Mm.
I feel that they should. First off, I feel it's nasty that we're all just sitting at the table with our plates, our dirty old plate, and our knife and fork, and we're just scraping shit into a container. I think could be the garbage pail, right?
Yes.
Same type of idea. I think it's nasty. That's so visual, right? Like your leftover food being scraped. That's a visual I don't love. I feel it should be done out of my sight.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
No, because now apparently I'll do that too. And then how about I tip you for that? Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't think I'm the doggy bag doer.
No, I don't think we should be the doggy bag doer, but it has changed and COVID changed that totally.
All right. So dear the world, can we go back to some rules that we used to not have before COVID? Because guess what? We don't have a pandemic on anymore. Right? We now just suck it up and move on.
We suck it up. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Right? We're just sucking it up and moving on.
I do need to mention, a strange town name
Okay.
that I came across when I was in New Jersey.
Okay.
It made me kind of go, huh? It's called Tuckahoe.
Fuckahoe?
Tuck.
Fuck.
Tuck. T.
Tuck. Okay.
Tuck.
My hearing's starting to go, remember?
Oh my God.
Right.
Tuckahoe, New
Tuckahoe.
Jersey.
I thought it was
Tuckahoe.
fuckahoe.
No, Tuckahoe. And I was just like, that is just a very bizarre name for a town. And
Really bizarre.
I was like, is there some sort of meaning behind it? Because I'm seriously shaking my head at somebody who would name their town Tuckahoe. Now, if it
Tuckahoe.
has like a meaning behind it, okay, great.
Right.
Maybe you should put that on the sign. This is why we named it Tuckahoe.
Maybe you should, right? Maybe you should do that for sure.
I don't know. But I was
It's
just like,
weird.
but we have strange names here in Saskatchewan too.
Well, there's lots, right? Like
Wynyard.
there's just like most names are weird,
Yes.
right? Like most names are weird. And then they got changed to be less weird.
And then there's Regina, who
Right,
will
there's
never live down that it sounds like
ever.
vagina.
Right? Right. And then what's that one that they say, can you smell the rape?
Oh,
Right?
that's
Because it's a seed. Is that
it's
there's a
is it-
town.
is it
in-
bigger?
No, I don't think it's bigger. There's a town in Saskatchewan, friends. Then they grow what's that? What is it that they're growing? That yellow seed? Canola,
Canola.
right? And they say, can you smell the rape? Because that's what I guess canola is
It's
another
yes.
word for.
We need to make sure that people understand that
it's not a horrible act.
No, it's
It's a beautiful plant, right? But I don't remember. Is it Melfort?
I don't know.
We don't know because again, right? We don't fact check.
We don't fact check. And obviously living here as long as we have never gone there.
And it's like that phrase is on their sign. Right? So there's just weirdness.
Yeah.
There's just weirdness, Samantha, right?
There is weirdness.
You
I don't know.
I need to talk about the weirdness that is the Duggars.
Oh, that's
Duggars are back.
That's a whole level of crazy though.
That's like just when you think you know crazy, you find out that they have a parking garage, right? That they can drive into and be crazier, right? So the crazy Duggars, they're back at it. They're fighting. They're fighting again. Fight.
They are fighting.
Apparently, Jana Duggar, who I thought Jana Duggar was kind of like the old maid, like they just were like,
Yeah.
She was not like side arming or like hand holding or anything ever, right?
No.
During the show. 21 million kids and counting. Apparently, Jana Duggar got married.
Oh.
And Jill Duggar, who's one of the big Duggars, like the higher up Duggar sisters, high up in the chain, wasn't in the wedding party.
Why is that a big deal?
Because she's really, really close to Jana.
But maybe she didn't want to be in it.
She wasn't asked to be in it. She wasn't asked. So that's the controversy. But here's the thing. Maybe do we need to cut Jana Duggar some slack? Because maybe Jana Duggar just forgot all of her sisters' names. Like maybe she asked all of them and thought, oh shit, I'm sure there's one or two I'm missing. But there's 22 million and counting. Right? Every girl's name with a J. I thought I went through them all, but I might have missed Jill. Right? The obvious Duggar, right?
I think that
How do you remember every name when you're a Duggar?
Maybe she just didn't want that many bridesmaids and didn't really think Jill would care. Maybe
she has 21 million sisters.
She does. She
has
has
it's a big wedding party, right? Because then he's going to have 21 million brothers. Right? Because they're all from big families. These guys are. Right? So I'm just saying, right?
Oh my God.
That Duggar stuff is just crazy.
Well, she didn't think she was ever going to get married, I think.
No, I know. And I'm sure she's only like 30. Like she's not old.
Or is she 36?
Oh, no. 36.
Or is she 30? Maybe she's 30.
I don't know. She's we know she's not 40.
And again, if only we fact checked.
If only we fact checked.
Oh my God. As we talk about pulp culture and we know nothing about
And we know
it.
nothing about it. We just know the names.
And
it
we
was
know,
and it was in the news.
but I'm going to tell you this. I watched 21 and Counting.
I did too.
I watched the Duggar family. I watched
I
the
liked it.
craziness of what they were doing.
I liked it.
The side hugs, the immediate like
But-
proposals, and then
but here's the
marriage,
thing.
and then 5 million children after that.
I know, but here's the thing. Like most TV shows that were on that network, what was that, TLC?
It's TLC, yeah.
We watched those shows for all the wrong reasons. That's what that is. Like, we're not watching it because we love the Duggars. We're watching it because they're fucked up. Right? We're not watching My American Nightmare Bride because we can't believe she's so crazy. We're watching it because she's fucked up.
You're not watching 90 Day Fiancé because you love love. You're
Right.
watching it because it's a train wreck.
Right? Because it's a train wreck, and I saw a picture, and dude's got no neck. His head's just attached to his chest. You're gonna have to watch this and see how that plays out.
I can't. You know what? I had to stop watching it because I was like, I can't watch. I'm
It's so
so
bad.
embarrassed for them. I can't handle it. Like, it was too much for me.
Means we're getting old.
Oh my God. I was just
Right?
like, stop. Do you understand what you look like right now?
I know. It's like we need to stop watching the TLC network.
Yeah. And then I go back to my big fat fabulous life, and I'm like,
Oh, I hate it so much this year, but still watching it.
oh
Did you see the episode 2 weeks ago?
no.
So they were at a bachelorette party, and
Oh,
they were getting to know all the workings of how gals should make their man happy.
Oh.
And they were sampling. So big Whitney, they were sampling with cucumbers and zucchinis.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, I had to stop. I'm like, I can't do this. I am an old lady who can't watch this. I can't watch this lady put put the zucchini between her legs while another girl practices. It's really weird and wrong. Again, do what you want behind closed doors, but don't film it.
You know what? That just makes really good TV, right? Like, it's sensational TV.
All the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
All
right?
the wrong reasons.
We
yeah.
don't care that she has polycystic ovarian disease.
No.
We don't care. We don't care that she's a dancer and inspired lots of people. We don't care. We care that she's sucking off a fruit or vegetable. Right?
I just don't. Do not explain more.
That's
Please don't.
all I'm going to say about that.
You need to stop. You need to
stop it. Stop it. I think people got where I was going.
Now, I know we did a few videos where we were like trying to be demure, and I'm like, I'm not that person, and I hate this trend.
And you know what's funny? That trend hated you and I.
Yeah, I know.
I did one on my own, hated me just as much as it hated me with you.
Because we're old and we're not supposed to be demure.
It must see right through us. It's like the
Yeah.
TikTok world is like, not this one, you guys.
We're faking that. We're faking it.
Right?
But I was on Netflix and I was checking, the categories. How quickly does this happen? On Netflix is a category called very demure, very mindful. Are you
God.
kidding me?
I hope
There's
she
a
got the money
whole
for it.
category of types of movies.
Wow, I hope that lady got her money.
I'm like, shake my head. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Are you like, really?
Wow,
What
that's
the
crazy.
fuck?
That's pretty crazy.
Like, stop.
Yeah, just stop that.
And Jules
Ugh.
will not be getting money from the movie industry for that
Oh.
because she has not figured out how to do her trademark yet.
Oh, Jules.
She was too late. Apparently, some guy named Bates, I don't know, dude scooped the very demure, very mindful phrase.
Wow.
But Bethany Frankel, I will give
Uh-huh.
her this. She dipped in her toe into this, and she explained what trademarks are all about. And it's in
Okay.
categories. So this guy, every time you choose a category for that phrase to be used in, you'll get residuals for it.
Wow.
But it costs you lots of money.
To get that trademark.
Every year, it costs you money to keep that trademark.
Okay.
So this guy probably has only done it in one category. And lots of people on TikTok are telling Jules, go. Keep going
Right.
to your trademark. It's not in every
Totally.
category.
Totally.
Try to scoop what you can.
right?
Because poor Jules, she fell apart. She fell apart. Hey,
Yeah.
she like was having a bad weekend. She found this out, and it was just like she was devastated. And I'm like,
Oh, poor Jules.
so many people have her back. So many people.
Yeah.
And I love Bethany Frankel. I will say
She's interesting. She's interesting.
She's an interesting lady. And then there was another lady, I can't remember who it was on TikTok, but her husband is a trademark lawyer. And
Okay.
she's like, you need to get a hold of me. We can help you out. And I'm like, see, nice
Good.
people helping nice people.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right?
But it can be trademarked. But then that made me think, Lisa, do we need to trademark something?
What are we trademarking?
I don't know. Little bitch.
Little bitch. I don't think you can trademark that. I don't know. We got to give that some thought, Samantha.
I think we should trademark something that you say all the time.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl. Right?
Pretty girl.
I'm a pretty girl. Yeah. Big smile comes across my face every day. I'm a pretty
Right.
girl. Right?
It has to be something that we could trademark.
We have to give it some thought, I guess.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
Didn't you just do up a t-shirt with one of our sayings?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do better tomorrow.
Right? Why couldn't that be trademarked?
Well, it probably could be. I don't know if people are using it though. Right? So then we're paying the money for something not to get money. Then we're just shelling out more money, just never getting it back. Right? But sure, let's take it under advisement.
But
Right.
I don't know how long this demure mindful trend is going to last, but if it helps out Jules, then that's
Let's
all
go for
good.
it. Totally.
But the algorithm knows that we're lying.
Right? It totally did. 83 people showed up to appreciate us. I'm like, this is embarrassing. It's
'cause
embarrassing.
we didn't do it right. We didn't look sincere.
I know, but I thought when I did the grocery shopping one, I thought I blew this one. I hit this one out of the park. Nope, you didn't. Nope, you didn't. Right? So the world does not think we are demure.
Yeah, win some,
At
you
all.
lose some.
Oh well, right?
Which
I bet you if we did
also-
let it go down, we'd blow it up.
Stop it. We're not doing that's so
Right.
old now.
Miss Cool.
Okay, but we also need to talk about somebody who's also been very much in the forefront, which is Ben
I
and
just
Jen.
want to talk about them quickly. I don't want to invest
Ben
my
and
time.
Jen.
We invest. That sounds like an ice cream, right? Ben and Jen, right? We invested all this time at the beginning of this bullshit relationship.
We were
right?
in. We were in
We were
it.
in, and so I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad.
Yeah. See, and I was originally hesitant about this.
I know, but then you giddy up, but you're all Travis and Taylor. It's the same thing. Same things. Our hearts are going to be broken. Same thing about to happen.
Okay, but I will say this. I think it takes two to wreck a marriage. So something's happening in their
Well,
twosome
It's like
that
I've said,
didn't quite
right?
work.
Nobody can love J-Lo as much as J-Lo can love J-Lo.
And that's not a bad thing.
Well, but then you're going to be single, which seems to be her consistency.
And maybe she needs to be single for a bit now.
Forever, maybe. Like enough, right?
Yeah. Maybe she just
Like
needs a boy toy and that's enough.
I don't know. I'm just
Like
waiting.
Cher. Cher just has a boy toy.
Well, yeah, but that's Cher. 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 I got J-Lo, but she ain't no Cher.
Oh, good grief.
Right? Right? Okay.
I love Ben and Jen though. I like the idea of it. And now they're just going to smear. People are now the media is all over them. They're smearing it.
Smear it away. Smear it.
You're
Right?
horrible.
I'm done. I'm done. I was invested. I was happy. And now I'm mad. I'm in the mad part of my divorce with them. Right? I will be sad soon and then I'll be over it. But right now I'm still mad.
Fine, whatever.
Still mad, right? So, okay, we posted I posted my bit about the sprinkled donut, right? But here's the thing that I never told you earlier, Samantha. Right?
Uh-huh.
I bought a new granola bar. It's I don't know, not a donut. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, I believe it was an apple and cinnamon granola bar, wasn't it?
It's fine. It's better than expected, but it's not a donut
No. I think
No.
everyone was like, why would you give up your donut?
because I'm trying to lose a few pounds.
Yeah, don't worry about it, hey?
I know, but I'm just saying, I want my clothes to feel better in the fall. Right? I want a new pair of black pants this year. Right? I want new cardigans.
Okay. But maybe friends of the podcast, should Lisa give up her sprinkled donut forever? Can it
Right.
be replaced with an apple and cinnamon granola bar?
2 days in a row, it has been.
Gross.
Somebody
Ah,
commented and said there's a lot of stuff in it. I'm like, yeah, it like gets caught in places. Like it's like you're like
uh-huh.
finding bits of fake apple like an hour later. It's like the bar that just keeps on giving. Hey,
Right?
yeah, it's the donut. Don't do that. Donut,
No.
don't do that. Right? And then if the sprinkles fall off, just get the sprinkles. Right? My sprinkles on the napkin. I can do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. All
And we
right.
do need to touch on the fact that everyone weighed in on Tuesday's what has to go, when has to
Yeah.
go. And it was fast food joints, and really nobody enjoyed Popeyes
Or Burger King,
or Burger King.
which makes perfect sense, right? It was,
Ah.
yeah, and then I was amazed how many people have never been to the A&W.
Well, is that only a Canadian thing though?
I don't think so.
I thought it was
Maybe.
only Canadian.
Oh, I didn't know because, of course, I didn't fact check. I assumed they were everywhere.
Why, I think I have to stop laughing at the fact that we don't fact check, because people are just like, God, would you just smarten up
Right?
already?
I'm sure
And
all the people in America are like, "It's not here."
it's
Oh,
not here.
huh, okay. Who knew?
But Dairy Queen is though.
Dairy Queen, I think, is in both places.
Yes, it's in both.
Right? And then what about all the other people that are, like, in other countries? Sorry, we don't even think about you that way.
No, sorry. We're like so out of touch.
Sorry. Not intentional,
No, not
right?
intentional.
We just don't fact check. I don't know what you eat or when or where.
I would like to shout out to Stephanie that she agrees with me about Wawa.
I caught that. I'm like, "Oh, look
She
at
got my
that."
back. She got my
Right?
back.
The convenience store that has the best macaroni and cheese
Oh my
ever.
God. And the subs are pretty good too. She's not
I'll
wrong
get a
about
s
that.
I'll get a Slurpee, a stick of butter, a carton of milk, and a thing of mac and cheese, and a sub.
Perfect.
Sounds wonderful,
It's
right?
delightful.
Too funny.
But the question of the week was a big hit as well, though.
It
Do you
was.
send do you send your meal back? And there was there was a little bit of controversy.
There was some controversy, hey? Some people do,
Controversy.
some people don't, and then they shared their stories, which was awesome.
Cindy had a horrible story about bad ribs, and
Haley, yeah,
they basically said, you know, we're not going to comp your meal because you've eaten half of it and you're just trying to get a free meal. That's
right?
rude. It's
That's
rude.
rude.
It's
It's
rude.
rude. Haley had breakfast, and it was the order was wrong, and she was treated badly,
Yeah, like that's not good,
right? My
right?
friend Mike, I went to high school with Mike. He had a bad meal at the keg. It was cold. Right,
And then they made him touch it.
right then. Why they're so territorial over steak? Like, there's no way
Oh
any
my
chef could
God.
make a mistake on a steak. Apparently, there is.
And they tried to convince him that it was going to come out cold. That's how they brought their food
Right,
out.
right. They brought their food out cold on purpose.
I'm like,
Right? We
what?
serve it cold. Really? I would like it served hot then. Right? Medium well, hot, please.
Oh, so
Yeah,
wrong.
that was
So
kind of
wrong.
funny. Yeah, exactly. Anita said she wouldn't send it back, and I think Stephanie said the same thing.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. But Haley, our friend of the podcast,
Uh-huh.
has suggestions of names for Sunday's post.
But nobody else did.
Nobody else did. She had a big
Haley's
list.
the winner.
But Lisa and I are thinking either Curiosity Corner or Sunday Spotlight.
Yeah, we're just not sure. We'll
Friends
see.
of the podcast.
Stay. Oh, no, they're done.
Oh, you don't get nobody get. Oh,
No,
we're deciding.
we're
No, they don't get a
deciding
choice. Sorry, friends of the podcast. You
Stay
haven't.
tuned and
You
see.
didn't weigh in enough quick enough. You don't get a say.
We moved on. We moved on. We
Oh
moved
my
on.
God. Oh
Yep,
my God.
we moved on. So stay tuned to see what we pick.
To see what Lisa picks.
See what I pick, right?
It's really going to be about what you decide.
I mean, feel free to weigh in. Feel free to weigh in, friends of the podcast.
It probably will not sway her one way or the other, though.
I already have one in my mind, but I'm not revealing it till Sunday. Right?
Okay. Well,
That's how
guys,
it goes.
We talk about our social media, but you can connect with us on any of our many social platforms. And you can also check out our website, which is ishakemyheadpod.com, and sign up for newsletters, check out our blog, leave us a message or a voicemail, and stay to listen to any of our episodes. If you want to catch our videos, check out our YouTube page and subscribe to get notified of a new episode. We do have Patreon, which is patreon.com/ishakemyhead. It's $2 a month. You get the episode early and an extra episode every month. And if you need any new I Shake My Head swag, it is at Lisa.
It is just do www.tteepublic.com. And then
Woo.
there's a search bar, search I Shake My Head.
Yeah, and then you'll find us.
You'll find us. And
New
our
logo
stuff.
out.
New logo out.
Out.
Right?
So. we just want to thank John Domingo for editing our podcast every week. He does a great job.
Thank you, John. And big Saturday coming up, Samantha.
Oh.
ESPN fantasy football.
I know nothing.
Right? I will be not knowing much, but I feel I've got this. Right?
I love your false sense of security. It's
right. I feel
enlightening.
Who's the champ? I'm the champ. Right? So stay tuned to hear how that went.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people playing. And there was, as I was looking at the names, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I totally apologize. It looked like there was a lot of names that could be connected somehow to John. And I'm like, he probably padded. He's probably 8 teams. So he'll win. And then there's me, you, and my friend Dwayne.
No, he has some of his family.
I'm like, this seems weird. I'm like, I was getting a weird vibe with it all. I'm like, something seems off here.
No.
Something seems off. Is he like only 7 teams?
No, he only has 1.
Okay. You're a good girlfriend. Coming to his defense.
He has family.
Okay, good to know. I was getting worried.
Oh, calm your tits.
Right? That's the worst phrase ever. Right? It's horrible. Friends of the podcast, how do you feel about that phrase? Samantha, we got another week done.
Yep.
Stay tuned next week, friends, for when we come back and entertain you again. Even more fun, right? Maybe bunk beds again.
Oh, there we go, Lisa.
Who knows, right? If we can figure them out. We're going to go back to bunk beds because that's all the cool kids are in bunk beds now. Right?
Yes, Lisa.
But we got to figure it out.
Yes, we do.
Next week when you see me, I'll be dark.
Back to your natural, lovable self.
Right? It'll be all, and my freckles will probably look darker. I don't know. Anyways, Samantha, anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
I'm better.
I gotta stop saying that.
We walk into it every week, every single week. Friends of the podcast, have a great week. Samantha, always a pleasure.
Yeah, it should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.